Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again to talk about Your Honor, Season 1, Episode 8, Part 8. Very creative title, well done. Well, I actually really like this episode a lot. I mean, I don't really think I have anything to criticize, like just that's what happens. I don't think people realize that, but when you watch something and it's good, and it's just like, it's good all the way through, you don't really have anything to criticize. I mean, that's the thing, is that, like, with Fargo, with Better Call Saul, The Alienist, like, I'd watch it, and I just sat there, and there'd be something to criticize. But with this episode in particular, there's nothing to really criticize, for once. Like, I give this episode an A. I'm not going to give it an A+, because, to me, an A+ is reserved for an episode that, like, makes you feel something, like, makes you feel some sort of emotion, like a finale, or like an episode where someone dies and it's really sad. Like, if it's just like a perfect episode, I can't really give it an A+, which I realize sounds kind of funny, but, if you had reviewed hundreds of TV episodes, you'd know what I mean. An A+ episode is an A+ episode. But this is close. It's so close to being an A+ because it is perfect. I mean, the whole episode's entertaining. I mean, this is what I wanted from the show. The whole time I watched it, I wanted a courtroom drama. I wanted to see that sort of, that same old kind of stuff where you have, like, the witness, and they have important evidence to say, and they have, like, these colorful lawyers, and I wanted to see all that stuff that you see from a typical courtroom drama type thing. I wasn't really expecting all the outside stuff, and so I really liked this episode for giving me what I wanted from the beginning. And let's just talk about Michael, Judge Michael. Judge Michael sucks. And I mean, it's so hilarious because his friend, was her name Marcia? I can't remember. They don't say it enough for me to remember. She says that he, like, cares about justice. And I almost laughed out loud. I mean, when has this guy ever cared about justice? I mean, seriously. I mean, he's just, like, the most lenient judge in history. He loves criminals. He can't get enough of them. And so I just thought that was hilarious. He's clear. I mean, this show has just proven that he's just evil, and that the evil was waiting to come out of him in the first place. I mean, he must have already been evil in other ways. There have been viewers who have speculated that maybe he killed his wife, and I wouldn't argue with that, because, I mean, he's evil. I mean, he doesn't care. I mean, there's one point in the episode where he walks outside and he's just, like, taking a little breath of fresh air. But, he really doesn't care about the evil shit he's doing. And, I mean, he's doing some pretty sinister shit. I mean, I gotta stop saying that. He's jury tampering and all that stuff, and, pretty evil. I mean, God damn. I promise I didn't, I was about to say it again. I think I'm about to explode or something, like I'm a robot just about to power off, like Denzel in The Little Things. But anyway, yeah, and I think this episode was even better because the past 2 days I've watched new release movies. I watched The Dig and I watched The Little Things, and both of them were kind of embarrassingly bad. And so it's so nice because, you know, TV is so good nowadays. TV shows, they go on a long time. When they're not forced to, you know, cancel after 5 seasons. You know, they go on as long as they need to tell their story. Whereas movies just, you know, they go on for 2 hours and that's it. And if they go on for any longer than that, people complain. That they go like, oh, that's like the Irishman. You know, people complain so much about the Irishman. And you know, honestly, the Irishman was a masterpiece. And so is this show. I mean, this show really has proven that it does have the story to warrant being a TV show. I mean, it has a great story, and it's really gotten better over time because, I mean, if how do I explain it? If you haven't watched it in a while, it just gets better and better because you think about it all the time. I mean, I found myself just, you know, getting really, like, irritated the fact that, you know, I had to wait 2 weeks. I was just thinking about, like, you know, spectating, you know, getting really excited. And so that's the sign of a great TV show. You know, a great TV show is something that you want to watch every week. And it's not something that you go like, oh, I hope it ends after 5 seasons. You know, that's a bad sign. That's a sign of first world problems, number 1, and number 2, just not a good show. But with this episode, I mean, most of it revolves around the courtroom drama stuff. I will admit I was not excited about the prosecutor because in the last episode she was in, she was terrible in terms of her character. You know, she was so inflammatory. And she was so sort of unprofessional and sort of whiny and tantrumy. That's not a word, but who cares? She, you know, in this episode, she does the same type of thing where, you know, she's just very inflammatory. And she, you know, she must not be a very good debater because she just uses these keywords and these pictures and these, like, you know, these hot button type things to make her points instead of using her own mouth and using her own, like, her, you know, like a long argument like I would do. Well, I'm not a lawyer, but, you know, I'm a master debater, and and I can tell you she's doing a terrible job at debating. And she looks kind of foolish, and I think that the defense lawyer's pretty shitty too. I mean, he's just kind of slimy, and he's, you know, of course you have the guy with the tattoo. There's a guy with the tattoo, and he's on the stand, and so the defense lawyer has to ask him, "Were you in a gang?" It's like, God, you're such a dipshit. Like, really? Does that really have any relevance here? I don't think so. And you know, to me also, it made it look really difficult to be a judge because, you know, he's having to try to. It's like steering a ship in a storm. It's like, you know, what does he do? Does he overrule that? Does he let them show that? Does he let them do that? Like, it looked really tough to be a judge from this episode. And so it really puts you inside the story and inside that situation, whereas the past episodes have been more like sort of like cliche TV story based. I mean, it hasn't really put you inside the situation quite like it has in this episode. And of course the first 2 episodes, they put you in the situation. And then let's get to Adam, because you know I'm going to criticize Adam. Oh, God. First off, Adam is with Franny. And let me just say, Franny is the underdog of the season. I mean, she's hot. She does not look like a teacher at all. They had a part where she walks in the background, and, you know, she looks like a student. She does not look like a teacher at all. And they had another part where she's she's coming up to the school on her little scooter, like Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man, and she doesn't look like a teacher at all. And she, she's been so nice. She's kept Adam's secret. She's effed him I don't know how many times, which is illegal. And but the thing is that she just seems like such a nice person. And Adam in this scene, he just, you could tell on his stupid little face he's bullshitting her. He's like, I didn't. Sorry, Franny, I didn't get in it. I NYU. and she's just, she was planning on going to NYU, to going to that area to teach high school, and then at the same time be with him. Like, god damn, she's really into him. She's got a problem. She should be in jail, to be quite honest. You can tell that she's got a screw loose in terms of the whole, underage thing. The fact that I guess she's like 30 or whatever the fuck. She's got an issue. And I think that she's going to be a huge part. She's going to play a huge part into the finale, because at the end of the episode, she catches him with Fia. And I was like, uh-oh. Because this was not the character that you wanted to F with. And, it's really too bad that he was being retarded in the last episode, the other episode, when he told her. He should have never have told her. She's the last person he should have told. He shouldn't have told anybody except for his father. And so, you have typical Adam. He lies to her, and of course that's going to piss her off. And, then he announces his future plans, which is he wants to take a gap year, which, there's nothing wrong with that. But I just, the episode summary said he's announcing his future plans. I don't really get that. I don't know what his future plan is. He's still, the whole, god damn, I'm saying it again. I'm sorry. The whole season, he's been like this, like, huge question mark where we don't really know what he's thinking. We don't know, like, what his plan is. Why is he dancing around in a stupid photo room like a weirdo? Why is he dating Fia? He's just so weird and so stupid. And what is his plan? I just have no idea what he's thinking. And Michael doesn't either. Michael, I can't wait to see him in the next episode, because they showed them together in a restaurant talking. Oh wait, no they didn't. Did they show them talking? I can't remember. But you know what I mean. Fuck, I'm saying it. Should I just redo this review or something? I really I don't know. I think I liked the episode so much. I was taken back how much I liked it. Because, there's nothing to criticize for once. The thing with Eugene, they really fixed that this episode, where Lee is, she's finally taking charge and, taking care of him and trying to help him, instead of just going, oh, hey Eugene, let's go have lunch, bye-bye, go have fun wandering around the city yourself. She's finally doing something, and so I thought that was really cool. I really like the scene with her and him. I like Lee a lot now, actually. I've liked her before, kind of, but now I like her a lot. I think the only disappointment this episode is the fact that Elizabeth came in, and then she just kind of was there. She saw Jimmy and his, she called him, like, his Celtic henchman or whatever the fuck, and she saw them, and then she sat down, and then she talked with Michael a little bit, but, I was sad that, she didn't really argue and be like she was in episode 4, because that's definitely one of the highlights of the season, is her, being so argumentative and calling out all the different characters for being lying pieces of shit. I think, what was I going to say? The trial is going terribly, by the way. I mean, there really isn't an argument to be made for Carlo. I mean, so far. Oh God, I'm saying it again. Fuck. I need to just slap myself every time I say I mean. But there really hasn't been an argument for Carlo, and there really can't be. I mean, he killed someone in his prison cell. The footage that they have shows him just standing. It just shows Kofi just standing there in the doorway, which, you know, that doesn't really say anything. I mean, he could have just been standing there. You know, he didn't look like a violent attacker or anything. And so I feel like Michael is gonna, you know, Carlo is going down. I mean, I don't know what world Jimmy the dipshit is living in, but I mean, Carlo, I don't know if he's racist. I mean, it kind of seems like it, but I don't know fully. But they had that other guy come in, and you know, it just does not look good for Carlo. And so I think maybe the next episode, the defense will take charge, and Michael will finally, you know, put his foot down and sort of like influence the jury. And then I don't know I just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, obviously Franny, she's going to destroy them all because she's mad that her underage lover won't be with her anymore. And you know, I don't have anything more to say. I mean, I give this episode an A. It was really good. And yeah. Oh yeah, and I can't wait it was Charlie and Adam. I can't wait to see the interaction between them because, you know, Charlie was so against Michael being with Lee. And so, you know, I can't imagine what's going to happen if Michael tells him about Fia. and so, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited, actually. I haven't been this excited since the first few episodes. You know, there was this big slump that this series went through. And like the middle episodes 5, 6, and 7, you know, those just were not great episodes. I mean, even like episode 3, episode 4, you know, it went in this kind of like this ditch where it just stayed in this sort of you know, the spinning of the wheels. The same thing that Fargo did, where they just spun their wheels for 1 million episodes, and they didn't really like do much that was that interesting. But now in this past episode, in this one, they did a lot of interesting stuff. They raised a lot of conflicts. They raised a lot of questions. They brought in Franny back into the mix again, which, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, if you like this chaotic video where I just say, I mean, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and comment and subscribe and all that crap that YouTubers tell you to do. And I'll see you next week for Your Honor, Season 1, Episode 9, Part 9. So goodbye, everybody. See you soon for the next part.